He has you figured out, and he has you taught. And I love that. And me, I get teary-eyed when I talk about him because I'm so happy and I'm so joyous because I know what he brought me through and what he's doing, and how he's protecting me and my family. And I love that. You see what I'm saying? My strongest thing now to this day is me being afraid of disappointing him.
Well, he said, according to the book of John, this is how you not disappoint the Most High. He said, what is love according to the Most High? That you what? Keep my commandments, okay? So we can't, as Hebrews, we can't celebrate Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, all that things, because we have holy days that that they copied those things, like Purim. That's the season where we give gifts. And we have Passover instead of Easter, you know. All that stuff is pagan. So if you love me, keep my commandments. He said, learn not the way of the heathen. They was putting up Christmas trees before Christ was even born in the book of Jeremiah. Luke the 2nd chapter tells you he was born during the harvest. So that's how you not disappoint the Most High. Is you keep, if you love him, he said, you do what I say. You keep my commandments. Exodus 20. Try to do the best you can while we're here. Because I'm here to tell you, the time is almost at hand.
I know.
So, that's what you do to the people. I said, well, what can I do? He said, just do what I say. And it's easy. Because, you know, people think you can't drink. The first miracle Christ did was what?
Turn water to wine.
And the book of Genesis said that his eyes would be stained with wine and his teeth with milk. But he said in the book of Matthew, he would not drink from the cup.
How you doing? Doing well, how are you?
I would not drink from the cup until I'm in my Father's kingdom. So he said, my yoke is easy and what? My burden is light. So it's easy. It's easy, but living living what we're living in these last days, you know, it's hard.
So are you married?
I'm married to the Most High. Because he put a calling on my life that I even had men, his father, tell me to stop doing what I'm doing. That's why I want to say, the men are so wicked these days. He had to choose a woman. I've had men to tell me to step down. Because they want, you understand, there were people in the Bible, our people that were wicked, Pharisees, Sadducees, and scribes. That's the reason why they killed Christ. The Most High gave men dominion upon the face of the earth. He didn't give them authority. That was Lucifer's problem. He wanted authority, you understand? And so, you think I've been to hell and back. You think I'm going to step down? Speaking of his daddy and all the rest of the Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes, and heathens, because you want the power. You don't want what I do, you understand? They want the power, and they put Christ on the cross because they want it. So I said, you know what? I'll crucify my flesh, and I'll do the work of the Most High. And that's what I did. Because I didn't have a Hebrew child, and I lost my mom. I said, give me a reading to me.
Oh, hey. I got something to ask you because I'm always. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to ask me?
No, I'm going to ask her.
Okay, because I'm about to be out your way.
No, you're fine, baby. You're not disturbing me, baby. Because when it comes to talking about him, I love talking about him. So I don't care who get mad. You can't
sound like
stop
me.
me. You do what you gotta do. But you know, I like to talk about him. I like and people that prophesy on people. Tell me about me.
Well, look, I tell people.
What is God giving you?
I'm about to tell you.
I
knew it was going to come. I knew it was coming.
You know what's coming.
This is what it is. He said, lo, I am with you even to the end of the world. And when I do that, I say that every time I come out. And I said, which store do you want me to go to? You understand me? I know I was going to go to somebody that he wants to hear. He wants you to ask today, whatever you're doing in your life marks a turning point. This day forward. The Bible says, seek ye out the book and read. Paul said he suffered not a woman to teach, but you got it in you. And you got to do it for your family. Because what I prophesied, but I also won't give out warnings. Because when these bombs dropped, he showed me the shadow of death over Chicago, and we got pulled out. If you want to take up that responsibility, the Most High has charged you with it to this day. Understand? That's your job. From here to this forth. And I always tell people, the book of Ezekiel says, the blood is not on my hands. That's what he wants you to do.
And how do I do it?
Seek ye out the book and read. The Bible says this is how you read the Bible. He said you have to read it precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. You go to the Old Testament, you get a witness. You go to the minor prophets, you get a witness. You go to the New Testament, you get a witness. You see what I'm saying? Just I don't know if you've been to college, just like footnotes. You get authors that match up the same thing. And that's all you gotta do. Is sit down. And the book of Deuteronomy said, you better teach this in your house. Because he said, howbeit the Most High dwelleth in temples not made with hands, as there's a prophetess. The heaven is his throne and the earth is his footstool. What house can you build for me? He wants you to come up out of them. Jeremiah 5:7 called these churches private houses. He doesn't dwell in them. There's a church on every block. And what they're running up in this, gunning them down, right? That's because you can't confine the Most High to a building. It's everywhere. His spirit is everywhere. So Christ said, this is the end, Velma. He said, I am knocking at the door. And he said, you got to have ears to hear. I will come in and sit down and sup with you in the house.
I know.
That's what
You know what I know? And I'm going to share this because this is a testimony of me. Before I lost my daughter, and that was hell. Okay? I'm telling you, the death of a child that you birthed.
been there.
Okay. I used to live in this house in Benton Hill. And it was, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. I used to live in this house. Oh, excuse me, baby. And one day, I never forget. August, it was on a Wednesday, I never forget it. August 3rd, on a Wednesday. That when I had just got fired from the Columbus Housing Authority.
Oh, no, go ahead.
2005,
Yes.
I want to say.
Yeah.
And I remember standing in the living room. I remember standing in the living room and T.D. Jakes was on TV. And he said, he was preaching. And he was saying, if you believe, wherever you are, I want you to stand and give, whatever, And I'm like, Lord, talking to me? Are you talking to me? And he lifts his hand up and I touched that TV. When I touched that TV, the Holy Spirit moved me from my living room to my hallway and I wind up on the floor. So I thank God for that. Then I said, okay, Lord, you got something to do. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. So I'm praying, praising him. So one day I was in my kitchen, cooking on a Saturday morning. And I had wanted me some pancakes. I was cooking myself some pancakes and syrup. So I had pancakes, syrup, sausage. I just wanted the big breakfast. So I said, you know what, Lord? I was washing my dishes in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, God put me in a trance. Have you ever been in a trance?
No.
Okay. I went into a trance. And God said, my daughter was in Iraq. He said, if Jesus needs $500 to get back to heaven, what will you do? I said, Lord, when my daughter got, he said, no, I don't want what she got. I want what you got. What would you do? I said, Lord, I said, I don't have much. I got 3 TVs, a DVD, VCR, whatever it was. I said, I was going public just to make sure you get back to heaven. So he said, okay. He said, you have been obedient and you have done some good. He said, you can ask me whatever you want. I had 3 questions that I could ask. The first one was, did my mama make it to heaven? He said, yeah, because she prayed for her. My Lord. Ooh. The second one was, he told me, he said, one of your brothers is leaving, but it's not the one who you think it is. And I thought, hey, my brother, he just told me he's going to Florida or whatever. I'm thinking that, but no, it wasn't that. Later in life, I knew he was talking about my brother who close to me because he died and he left. I mistake the moving part and the leaving part was 2 different leaving. You get what I'm saying? Then he said, since you've been over, what is it you want to know? He said, your children are going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. You're going to be okay. I said, Lord, is the world coming to an end? He said, yes. Okay. Now, I come back. In my house that I once stayed in the house that I once stayed in, it was the kitchen was like this way, but I had a drop den, and I went into the den because that's why I would watch the TV and everything.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, I go back into a trance.
You're gonna have to define that because
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what that is.
but I know what it is.
Okay, so when I sat there, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
All white. Didn't see his face,
Mm-hmm.
but how I knew he was, I saw the little ring mark on his feet when he nailed Christ to the cross. So I was like, I don't have much hair, but I can wash your feet with my hair. And I said, I got some fragrance upstairs. It's women, but it's the best that I got. I said, I got some pretty sheets up there. I got towels. You can't have it all. And he just looked at me and he said, you got a spot in heaven. I came up out that train. And I called everybody I knew. This is what a trance is.
I wouldn't call it a trance because I've been awake and I've seen things. He let me see things in spiritual. But don't call it that because that's what mediums and all of them go through. They go through trance.
Okay.
But this is the Most High. It's called a revelation, if you will.
Okay. Then that's what I need to start doing, calling it then. But it was like when nobody's there.
Right.
He's talking to me. And I said, what you trust me? Me.
Yes, he said he was going to start visiting the earth, the revelation of his son. But you cannot listen to these teachers on TV, because they will never tell you that you are the Hebrews. They are paid. They will never do that.
Okay, I'm just saying. I hear what you're saying, and my thing is right here. I don't let people tell me who I am when it comes to Jesus Christ, because at the end of the day, He's not gonna say come back. He's not gonna say come back.
No,
He's not gonna say he'll come Pentecostal. He's gonna say all of us have a number. And all of us have a name.
See, he also said in Jeremiah 23, "Woe to the pastors and the priests have taught the people how they have forgot my name." See, you cannot do that.
So
you cannot
when
do
he
that.
called me home, he gonna say, "Thelma, job well done. It's time for you to come home." And then, like, prime example, I lost my daughter in 2012. She was murdered.
Sorry to hear.
And then, like, they tore me up. I felt lose my mind. Satan had me so afraid. I was praising God. I didn't stop. But I was afraid. I kept reading. I was hurting. Satan tried to get me to kill myself. Taking pills. Bring my car into the river North. Bring my car into the telegram pole. I want to do like you said, I'm so tired that I look like crap. I had a dream that I was going to lose my mind. I just cried, Lord, am I losing my mind? And an angel came and she got me. Because I saw myself in church laying on the floor. And she said, "You're not going to lose your mind. You ain't lost your mind yet, and you're not going to lose your mind. You're going to be okay." I said, "Okay, Lord."
You see, so you saw this in the building, in that building.
I saw it. I saw it at church where I go to church. I saw it right there.
Thelma, that's it. He needs you to come up out of this. Whatever's going on, that's not the Most High. Even though it appears, the Bible says that Satan appears as an angel a light. That's not how the Most High do it. When the Most High entered when Yeshua, the one that called Christ, entered these buildings that they call churches, a man that was full of a spirit was sitting in these pews. You understand me? He was in there. Satan dwells in there. Don't. That's what I'm saying. That's what he can get you. He can perceive as an angel of light, but he's not. That's not Christ. That's not of Christ. He doesn't do that. The Bible says, what did I just tell you? He said, if you knock on the door, he will come in and sup with you. First of all, it's going to be here, not a physical building. No. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. See, this is what I do, and this is what I give out. This is what I do. I issue out warnings. Some of the stuff of what you're seeing, I can't. You have to ask the Most High about that, validate. But what I just heard lets me know that's not right. That's not of the Most High. He doesn't do that at all.
Well, I think I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to tell you why. We have the right to agree and disagree. Because
If you could show me in the Bible where that happened, then, you know, we can agree.
I know from my experience, what God has given me, my revelation, mine. So you trying to tell me God can't come visit me?
First of all, he doesn't. He sent his son. You understand? You cannot have access.
No, I'm talking about Christ. I'm not talking about God himself.
Right,
no.
right. What I'm saying is, the Bible is what we supposed to follow. If you can give me an example of what he did that, but I just gave you an example of what happened when Christ went into those buildings, what he did.
So you mean to tell me when we're in there praising and worshiping God, God is not there?
He said, I don't dwell in temples made with hands. In other words, buildings made with hands.
So when he chooses people to preach, he don't want them in buildings.
No, he doesn't. What the disciples in the book of Corinthians.
Okay, but he said, how do men rob me through your what? Tithes and offerings, right?
Right.
Okay, then so who do we pay tithes to?
Well, back then, that was the Old Testament. You understand me? Christ said, this is how you pay tithes. If you got 5 jackets, you do what? You sell them all, give them to the poor. You understand? That's how Christ came and did it. And that's why the Pharisees and Sadducees, the scribes, had him killed. You understand what kind of way that he brought? He said, I'm tired of your feast and what you're doing and robbing and stealing and killing my people. This is how you do it. This is the new way to do it. And you see how Christ did it.
So what we call benevolent offering,